channel. Today we're going to take a little break from the Carvette and we're going to dive right in on doing some high steer on my 2005 Nissan Xterra. For you guys that don't know about the truck, it's a pretty cool truck. We bought it brand new back in '05 to bring my son home from the hospital. Then after my wife was done with it, I took it over. It's kind of what got me into the off-roading again. I started just doing some little trails, and then I got sucked in full force, and now it has 1-ton axles under it from Super Duty. Still running the stock steering, which, I mean, it sucks, but it did its job for a few years, so I really can't complain too much. You see all the goodies behind me here. I'll show you in a minute. And we're going to go ahead and get the high steer in, which basically means you're going to raise the steering components higher than where they are now. Everything from the drag link to the tie rod. Because I hit a lot of stuff when I off-road. And now hopefully I'll just hit less stuff. And yeah, so I got to get this done before the next off-roading trip. So first episode, I'm going to show you the teardown of the axle. Not so bad. I know how to do that, I think. I've done it before. The part after that is going to be installing the high steer. I'm learning as I go. I'll leave it at that. So come on, let me show you some of the goodies we got. All right, I know most people watching this would much rather see truck parts in my face. So here we go. So to do the high steer, some of the most important things is this is where the drag link would originally go, to the top of here, and the tie rod end would go to the bottom. So we're going to be moving the tie rod to the top. So we had this drilled out to 1 inch so we could put this insert in. I am still using ball joints. I'll show you in a minute. And then I had a buddy machine this arm and machine the knuckles so that the arm bolts on. A little later on I'll show you how it's keyed together and everything. That way we'll be drilling a hole in this general area to mount the drag link to. I also got the passenger side one, just make it easier for swap out, because I had to drill that one out as well for the insert. We are going to be using this aluminum tie rod from Wide Open Designs. It's really nice. I mean, it's threaded. It's got the somewhere on there. There's an indentation for the wrench so you can spin it. And I've seen them in action. They don't tend to bend. They tend to bend back to straight, and they seem very strong. I'm a little cautious about using aluminum, just from aluminum was never as strong as steel growing up, but the grade aluminum they use, I've really seen them do well, so I decided to go for it. I'm using the Rare Parts Builder or Fab Series ends. I think these are basically JT spec, because they also have the ball joints. They're a little bit longer, and they're gonna make it through the big old Super Duty knuckles. So this will screw into here, and we'll have our ball joint. That way it's still pretty good to drive it on the street, and I'm sure Heims would flex a little bit more, but I don't know. This works for me. So I got the boots and all that to go with it. For the drag link, I'm gonna have to use my glue machine, my metal glue machine, to do the ends. Never really done them before like this. From my understanding, it's best to put an old Heim in there to keep warping from happening. We will see. It's thick. I'm gonna just turn my machine up nice and hot. I got a 220 machine, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. And I might push it in a little further. But that's the big part of this, I guess. Cut the DOM to length. We'll see how long it needs to be. We've got the Heims here as well. Are these the ones I'm using? I think these are the ones I'm using. Yeah, they look like it. But yeah, so that's the parts. We've got all new ball joints and stuff here. I know I like to use good stuff. I always seem to do well with the Spicer. Everybody, you know, they're pretty beefy. That's what came with it. seem to have a good reputation. I know you can do those ball joint eliminators. I'm just, I don't know. I didn't want to pull a trigger on those yet. Hopefully I don't learn the hard way. But with 37s, I think it's okay. And these are the seals for the inner seals for the front diff. Mine are leaking. So now's the time to do it. So I'll pull the carrier out as well. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put that all in the front of the truck, and hopefully everything works. So follow me along and I will start taking it all apart now. Take the caliper off. Of course it doesn't want to come out. Holy cow, what a pain this is being. Put 1 tons on, they said. It'll be fun, they said. So tight. This one actually drags a little bit. Drags so much, sometimes I catch it dressed up doing show tunes at night. Put on pump. Out of here. Whoops. All right, so I got the rotor off. Spins nice and smooth. Sealed bearings, they go bad from time to time. They're either good or they're bad, really. It's a good time to get all the wildlife and stuff out. That just gets packed in there. There's a piece of a tree. Now we're gonna take the hub off. Before I can take the hub off, you got 4 bolts in the back. I'm gonna have to take all this off and snap rings. So if you do run tons, by the way, make sure you bring the tools to change this stuff. Don't be that guy. All right, so you start with these little T25, I believe. Keep that little socket in my toolbox that stays with the truck, because I don't want to be that guy. I mean, I'm that guy enough when it's not, you know, it's hard to avoid stuff. So we'll get this going. To change the knuckles, which, you know, I got to change the knuckles. You're gonna have to take the axle, disconnect it from the hub. This is what turns your axles off and on. Basically, they will freewheel if you leave it unlocked. It's new for me because this used to be independent front suspension, so I didn't have to deal with any of this junk. All this fancy ass stuff. So this should pretty much pull out. It's a little tight. It's a lot easier when you're not trying to video with one hand. Hey. Just be careful prying on this guy. It's plastic. Oh, that's your hub. Looks like she could use a little more grease. That's your stub, end of the stub shaft. And there are the clips that we need to get off. Okay, this is a little hard to see, but I don't know. If you don't know how to take these off, I really can't help you. You know, stick it in the hole and squeeze. Oh, it's actually not squeeze, you have to expand. But I digress. I'm putting you down for this. Mine are set up for squeeze. And I hear people having trouble with this. Just always feel like these are a place to spend your money. Get a good set, because the crappy ones do crappy things. Okay, we're done. Now it's time to get the bolts off the back of the hub. Sometimes you can get it. Come on. Gotta take the ABS sensor out, because if you're like me and you're fancy, you gotta live that ABS life. So now we gotta get the hub out. I'm sure this isn't the right way to do it, and I'm sure somebody's gonna tell me, but guess what? It's working, and it's how I'm doing it. Of course, if you've ever done this before, this is no unordinary scene. because nothing just comes out. Ugh. Little by little, and then it'll just come out like, what do you mean? I wasn't loose. I wasn't tight. I was loose the whole time. No, you weren't, you big jerk. All right, hub is out. I put the nuts and bolts back on so I don't lose them trick. It's a big trick. And there we go. Now I've got to pop the axle out of this, which is held in by that big old seal. Some people take them out. I don't know. I don't know enough to take them out yet. It's probably fine, but whatever. So I'm gonna have to use this big old pry bar, which is as long as it looks, and pop it out. Wish me luck, I can now. I can't video while I do this. All right, let's see if I can do this. I got it popped out. So you gotta pull it out now. Oh, there she is. This is actually a stock axle shaft, like a 1470 U-joint, I think. And I've got 1550s. The newer F-150, the newer Super Duties came with a larger. Everything's larger. I'll have to show you later. But the most, the U-joint is 1550. Can't forget the little stuff. My ABS stuff. I don't know if the new knuckle has a place to put this. That might be machined off. I'm gonna have to check. Sorry. I'm like a drunk sailor holding this camera today. So, get this out of here. All right, now let's focus on getting this old steering off so that we can just take the ball joints off at that point. So this should come off easy considering I just put it on like a week ago, and I already bent it over the weekend. One of the reasons we're doing the high steer, because I'm not a very good wheeler and I break stuff all the time and bend stuff that shouldn't be. So, well, that's gonna be a pain in the bucket now. We'll get this out of here, and then we'll take this bar out. I'm very excited to not have this stock steering anymore. Don't do stock steering. Now, you know what? As much as I hate the stock steering, I shouldn't even be driving on some of it. It really held its own over the years, like to the abuse that I put it on. It's been like 4 years of this thing being sassed. This poor stock steering is like just holding on for dear life. That tie rod, that bar, I mean, it's got a little frown to it, but damn, I mean, it bends easy. Let's not be, I don't want to give it that, but it hasn't broke. One time we tried to pull it, straighten it with a winch, and that's why it's got a carriage bolt in it now. Not like the right carriage bolt. Yeah, this thing's got some stories. I bet you it's gonna be happy to die. Hopefully this is the last time I'm doing this, and I feel bad people don't have impacts. Woo! Let's use this official extra large crowbar. This is how you're supposed to use it. That felt good. Maybe not. My Ram might not have liked that. Anyway, we're getting there. Let's get the other side off. Let's free the Ram. This bolt actually likes to free itself a lot. Of course, now it doesn't. This bolt was always so loose, and now, holy crap. Thank God I'm so strong. Wish I could get my impact in there. Well, I'm not gonna leave my leg there because I know what's gonna happen. Oh. I have like one of those technical difficulty commercials soon. Oh. Well, you get the idea. Okay, now we get this side. So I have 2 new knuckles, well, used knuckles, and I had them drilled out to 1 inch so I could use inserts and put the tie rod on the top. That way, Jeff hit less stuff. In theory, I guess we'll find out in a few weeks. Why are they such a pain in the backside all the time? Come on. I don't think I'll have these anymore. Oh, I might, because I'm still going ball joints. But I got really stupid expensive ones from Rare Parts. And I don't know if there's a cotter pin. I guess I should. Yeah, there probably is. Come on, you dumb cotter pin. I know, get a hammer. Stop hitting it with the back of the... But it works sometimes. And why are they different size? Why is this a 24 and that one's, I don't know, not a 24? All right. Now, let's go get a hammer. Hammer, pry bar. All right, I gotta get the hammer. Even though I hope to never put this back on the truck, there is a small chance that I may have to if I do all this and it doesn't drive right. It's just possible because I don't really know what I'm doing. I got some help from some friends like the internet and a couple other, but still kind of guessing at a lot of this. So, as much as I hate this, I can't throw it away yet. I didn't hit it on the ball joint. You didn't see that. There it should be. Woo! Okay, another cotter pin. Getting to be a pro. Awesome. So. Oh, come on, coil spring. Hang on. Okay. That wasn't near as tight as it should have been. Whoops. Huh. I guess that's why I bought a 33mm socket. I was wondering why I had that. When I originally put these things in. Oh! Why are these not that tight? I'm gonna have to talk to the original builder guy. Okay. Now, bolts are out. Just drop it down, pull it out. There we go. Oh. And that's how you remove a knuckle from a Super Duty axle. So, if you want to see me do the other side, go and watch your phone in the mirror and hit play from the beginning, and you'll be able to, it'll be the same thing, but in reversed. Thanks for watching. Wait, don't go yet. Look, this is the new knuckle, and the old one. Yeah, I gotta get some ball joints in there. I got some new ball joints. I don't have the bolt for my ABS, and I'm very upset about it because, you know, I like to keep my truck as stock as possible, and this is one step closer to modified. I'm gonna just come around to this side. You'll see I had a buddy do the machining work for me, and he built this this arm. Yeah, I know what it looks like a worm. And it's keyed. See how it's got the key here, so it's gonna bolt on here, and then instead of the tie rod, or not the tie rod, instead of the drag link bolting in the top of here, I'm gonna have a hole drilled here and a heim a little higher. I can put the tie rod from the bottom to the top, so we had it drilled out to 1 inch, and this insert's tapered, so it'll take the ball joints that I bought, and in theory everything's gonna be happy and play well together. Yeah.